So yeah. So this is the rogue. With his icons, as you can see. As we kind of pointed out in the post, he's a bit like, we wanted to do a pure DPS hero, to have at least one within our 7 heroes.
Hello. We are back
Hello.
again for our Friday Fun Day stream, and that's it. That's all we wanted to do was the
Just
intro.
want to say hi. Yeah. Hey
Just
guys.
say, hey, what's up?
Hey guys. Hello.
So we're gonna be doing some public games, giving away some prizes, and then doing a live demo of the rogue later.
Oh, we are. Oh my goodness.
Whoa,
I'm
I
not
wasn't
prepared
prepared for
That's
that.
what my little timer says, so it has to happen.
Well, I've been reading like Twitter comments and Discord comments. I think it's pronounced the Rouge based on the spell.
The
of
Rouge.
MC. The Rouge.
The Rouge. Yes.
We've got a new makeup based hero coming in hot.
Wow.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. The Rouge's main ability is mascara and lipstick. That's it.
Public games. Why don't you just play? They say we need carries. Oh, we definitely need carries.
Oh yeah, we need some carries for sure.
That's not a hidden fact.
My profile has been I don't want to say neglect. It's definitely taken a beating because I know I've done a bunch of NUE testing on it, but I don't have
And
a
you keep
summoners
like wiping data and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I have stuff that's missing.
Jesus. I already have 100 over here, I think. Maybe my EV's 100.
But yeah, we
Complete
can
all-
hop in. What were we doing last time?
We were just doing campaign maps last time.
Let's
We
do
were
that
doing
too.
Tornado Highland and Valley.
Let's just keep it going then.
All right, what map?
I mean, we could go to.
Do Arcane Library.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
We haven't played recently. Not friends only. Yeah. Stream.
New nickname for Rogue, Rogaine. That's why he's got the hood up. He's
Yeah.
The first hashtag is gonna be the rogue. Hashtag the rogue.
Rogu.
Rogu.
I don't know.
Oh gosh, I just got that. I don't understand, but no, I get it.
Yeah, one of the prizes that you'll win with hashtag Rogue is when the update comes out, you will get the Rogue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Better win.
Very, very elusive. We have got a public game up if anyone wants to join us.
Got one person joining. Got
Slash
Glass
carry
Cola.
us.
He's back to carry us. it's
Welcome back.
Glass Colon is infinite stats. Even though not a hacker. Just somehow has infinite stats.
Dude, I love look at his transmog. It's awesome.
Oh yeah,
he
he's
swapped
got-
over to the apprentice.
He's
That
got the
one's
shadow
good.
set going.
Yeah, I love that mask.
I was looking at some rogue transmog with mass, and they work so well because the hood
Oh yeah.
allows the mask just to look like the character of the mask instead of just like a faceplate.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
it's a little buggy on some of them now. Like we have to change them to sizing still, but
Let's ready up.
it's pretty good.
Give Glass Colon. He's probably just gonna put a bunch of lightning towers.
Oh no, I got okay. I gave it all. There we go. Yeah, I'm fine with lightning tower meta. Fusion lightning tower meta.
Want to see these chain? How many chain targets did he get? 100.
A nightmare campaign. Oh,
118.
this is nightmare hardcore, Phil.
Oh, rip.
Oh my gosh.
I was
He's gonna just die.
I was testing a Magus Quarter
Can't wait.
bug earlier, and I needed to go to wave 23 for mana, and I didn't have that unlocked on Massacre. Let's go back to Tavern.
Okay,
Real
that's
quick.
fair, that's fair. Or we just commit to 5 waves of easy.
All right, campaign.
Why am I being pinged?
Actually, since we got glass coal, let's do a throne room boss. It'll be easy.
There we go.
Survival. Or not let's do throne room. I actually haven't done throne room.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't because I don't have the thing. Rip.
You don't have what?
We're doing Alch Labs because I don't have the Wave 23 start.
Oh, I thought. Well, I mean, we could go through and start unlocking some, but that's all right.
Changing plan. Doing Alch Labs.
Okay, wait. I'm in a free camera mode right now.
Yeah, use the dev power to unlock all the maps.
I don't
Then we
have
to
any.
tell you our secret.
I don't have any dev powers on this build.
Oh, there I am. Okay, I loaded in.
Yeah, it's because I transitioned while you were probably still transitioning.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would explain it. We've got we got Glass Cola and we got This Is I. It has Glass Cola's icon now.
This is yeah.
I see Hollow Knight. What's Glass Cola? What's your icon?
It's the I don't know, it looks kinda like I wanna say the Harbinger from DD2, but like a small version.
I'm gonna call it the Weebler.
Weebler?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Maybe
Excellent
that's
has
the word
it
you
right.
want me to say about it.
That is.
Excellent has it right. Desktop 37 F2 whatever has the cheats, not me.
Yeah, that's how you unlock the cheats. By the way, is you have that as your name.
Yeah. So if you change your name to that, you'll have access to the cheat menu.
Phil, ready up. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, Danimal, that's such a good idea. Did you add Nissan to your crossbows for the rogue? We didn't.
Oh.
But that's another good idea. It's
Yeah,
built in.
We're gonna add in the first custom hero like swap out, and you can turn into a 2022 refinanced Nissan Rogue.
wow. 22% fine
You
APR
just
finance.
drive around. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I believe it's pronounced Aper. And he has no abilities, and he's just a Nissan Rogue that drives around the map.
Wow.
Someone asked, are we getting new pets in episode 1? No, sorry, there's no new pets at all. Break
Yeah,
it.
sure. Why
We're,
not?
we're breaking that.
We'll add some, I guess. Yeah, there's
Alright,
new everything.
you changed
so-
our mind. We're gonna add pets.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Convinced.
You
It's a good
cracked
idea.
our cold frozen hearts, and we're adding in pet. No, there's new pets, weapons, accessories.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would keep the same standard of one new pet per map. And since you're getting 4 maps, might be 4 new pets.
Whoa.
So wait and see.
or maybe 30, but probably 4.
Probably.
Wow. These feel like a lot
Seahorse
like
has to
beans.
come with Aquanos. And we're not doing Aquanos in episode 1, so therefore it is not coming in.
We're never doing it. It's episode 1, and that's it.
I hope to bring back Aquanos one day. It's my favorite map. I've said that multiple times on the stream, but it's just such a cool looking map, and I think UE4 would do some magic on that map.
He's dropping it individually. I'm gonna do that too. That's fun.
Wow. Aquanuts confirmed episode 2. You'll have to wait and see.
Ooh. I also want a seahorse though. Now that I know that exists, I can't go back.
Yeah, the maps for episode 2 are Deepest Well, Tornado Higher Lands.
So we got the deeper well and the deepest well now.
Yeah, Deepest Well.
We dug deep into the creative landscape there.
It's a
Are we
Summit remake
ready?
called The Peak.
The
yeah,
peak.
in Magma Mines. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
Wow, who leaked? I can't believe this.
Will there be new weapons? Yeah, we actually showed off a set of new weapons with the Warden reveal.
Oh yeah, the Woodland set.
Yeah,
There's
and that's
there's
not the only set.
Yeah, there's a whole other set that's thematic to the
Alright,
update,
are
as
we-
well as
We still I think we're either upgrading or Less Cool is staring at. Oh, they're ready. Okay, Force
we are
ready.
ready.
Would there be a summoner hero that's not the summoner, but actually the summoner?
It's a
That
little
feels like a
weird.
riddle and a trap.
Yes. All of the above.
Will there be boss weapons? Potentially.
I got other beans. People, you get other beans for this stream. We're not talking about those beans. There's some spicy beans.
The spiciest guys. I keep there are a lot of people who keep asking me about the launch date for episode 1, and so I'm just using the whole we haven't dropped those beans yet. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer you all want, but it's gonna be the one you keep getting.
Yeah.
So
When it's ready is the best answer.
yeah,
we
that's really accurate too.
Because I mean, we could release stuff. It just would not be fun. It would be like janky, kind of busted, unbalanced, chaos, things breaking. So there's a lot of stuff. Like even just for the Rouge for this stream. I mean, we were fixing a handful of bugs today just from extended play testing.
Yeah, a lot of like visual stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, like I think we got in the fix for Swift Assault. That was so we have some like some VFX like for all these abilities, and there's still some stuff we're tweaking and whatnot. But we had one where you can bug it out so that the Swift Assault VFX just kept playing nonstop, which we might. I don't know. I'll test.
I think you're referring. I think that might be the stealth one that you might be thinking.
Nope. There's two.
Oh, there's two.
Yeah, the stealth one was another one. But yeah, so we're still going through and fixing a lot of that stuff to make sure it just feels more fleshed out and is a smoother experience overall. Waiting
to spill the beans on the GD FPS one day.
Oh, the Dungeon Defenders first person. We're calling it Defender Strike. And basically, we're just building all of our maps to be like all of your favorite Counter-Strike maps. So we have Defender Dust, Defender Dust 2, Defender Nuke, Defender Italy, and those are all the ones that we're
Episode 1 released May 8th. That's a little too soon.
Oh God!
Yeah.
No way.
The hashtag though is hashtag the road. So if you're looking for the giveaway code, there it is.
The secret giveaway is the Rouge. And what you win is nothing.
Yeah, so don't do that. I feel so bad. This one person is so anxious about episode 1. Every time I post something on social, they're like, "It's gonna come out tomorrow. It's gonna come out
Oh my gosh!
a few
no.
days. I swear, with
no.
this drop, it's gonna come out by the end of the week." And I'm like, I don't have the heart to
keep telling you.
So we gotta
I really
release
don't.
Someone is really wanting to know if we're gonna have shadow skins for the heroes. I mean, like, maybe the Warden, but honestly, it would be super. I honestly don't think we would want one for the Rogue with how his stealth mechanic and Carnage abilities work. Like, it would be very visually confusing. So maybe for the Warden, but like probably something we'll avoid for the Rogue. Just, I mean, you'll see why. Like, it has like a lot of overlap, so you kind of have access to a skin for him when you use your abilities.
Zero said he'll be the heartless guy to tell the guy. So thank you. I'll just tag you from now on. Just tag you in the posts.
Nagiri, you do not get answers to that question. Just the best thing I can say right now is like, we know.
Yeah.
And we have a solution, but we're not going to talk about it here.
Not
because
yet.
that's more beans. Back.
This week's about the Rogue. Future weeks are about upcoming features and system changes.
Which somebody did ask about today on Twitter.
Oh, there's a lot.
sent a very cryptic message. It literally just with lots of M's. So
with his pumpkin theme. The Headless Horseman hero is episode 24.
24? Yeah, I was gonna say it's around probably 23 to like 27. Yeah, 24 sounds about right.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're taking a brave stance where the Headless Horseman is a hero and Ichabod Crane is who you need to defeat. His tyranny of trying to...
I'm ready.
I don't know what he was trying to do, just kill the Headless Horseman. I don't know what he did. That's it. Oh, I think stop the Horsemen, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I don't remember.
Enemy Billboard V2 is something on our radar for a future episode.
Yeah, as we add more enemies and have like rifted enemies and stuff, it's something we're well aware of. It's just currently it's functioning, and then we want to make things better. So those improvements will come over time. There's just like a handful of things that like off the bat that we want to make better. Is one, the decals. Like so, you guys probably saw in the Warden stream, like how we brought some of the stuff over from the Dryad with the Roots of Purity, similar to the World Tree, building within that, kind of showing without it taking up the same space as an aura. We're wanting to take that pass on a lot of other things, like these trap decals on the ground being a lot cleaner, auras being a lot cleaner as well, a lot easier to interact with and upgrade and repair. So a lot of that stuff is going to be getting overhauls as well. Currently, the biggest one that we're working on now is the inventory overhaul, which we will be showing off. Little being there is one the overhaul that we'll talk about before, but we're going to be including a couple other panels with it as well. One being a spell book that outlines what your abilities and towers do. I believe it give a high level over some of the damage that those things do. I could be mistaken. So there's a lot of like additions and like overhauls that we're wanting to do with a lot of that stuff where it's in a functioning state, but it could be better.
Especially for like specifically like the inventory for consoles and whatnot. It's like the main goal there.
Oh yeah, like making it a lot easier to interact with on gamepads for sure.
Those would be cool to show off.
Someone's saying my mic is a little too quiet.
Well, just speak louder. Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Oh gosh, I don't want to do that if you're messing with anything.
I'm changing your thing. Don't.
I will protect you, Phil. You will probably not die on my watch. No guarantee.
All right, turn them up a bit.
I don't know if this is any better. Oh my gosh. How long ago was Tower Royale? Was it like 3 years ago at this point? It was 3. It had to have been 3. Man, that
was it April Fools?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
That one. I mean, the April Fools ones are always fun, but Tower Royale has came back like every year outside of it's May now. Like it's not even April anymore and it keeps coming up.
I did have somebody ask about the Chromie coins. I thought that was interesting. Or Chromie, what was it? Wasn't the coins, it was maybe the trading. I don't remember what it was that they were asking about, but it was a couple of weeks ago. Somebody said, is there any update on this? And it was something related to April Fool's Day. So we definitely get you all sometimes, which is great.
I don't know. Well, the reason that I think the Tower Royale worked was because we did have a piece of art for it that looked like Fortnite. Like that was the whole thing. We posed all the heroes, but it was like a really quick thing that I think one of our artists spent like an hour on just for fun to put together.
Trying to get, for some reason, Messing with the audio settings.
Does Rogue get fusion gear bonuses for its slot at through 5 abilities? What? I think I generally get what you're saying there. Yeah, for his devices. So we'll go over him here. We'll finish this wave and we'll probably swap over. But yeah, no, his devices get affected by fusion armor. And then his devices also scale based off of defense stats. When does the next update coming? We haven't talked about the release date for that yet.
We're ready.
Asking for mana. Someone was asking for mana.
Class always wants mana.
We are going to make more transmog outfits like right now. It's something we can talk about.
I've seen that quite a bit recently.
Yeah.
The real question, I guess, would be like just making sure people are using their. Because like the reason we limited it to 16 was for cloud storage.
Saves,
or like
yeah.
Because we only have like so much space we can use for cloud storage, but I think we could probably get away with increasing it a little bit, especially with adding new heroes and whatnot. There's going to be more need for transmog slots.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like there's only so much customization, and it's like you're just gonna have to pick at some point, because like the cloud services that we offer, like it's good. It's really, the whole idea is that it's really good for players to be able to, play offline and upload and all kinds of stuff. But then also, we're continuing work on getting cross-save functionality going. So those things aren't free. So one of the things we have to be careful of is like how big the profiles are, like how big the saves are that get uploaded, and those require like they have to be hosted.
You have to remember we have like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of players, and so like if each person's saving just even like a small little file, it greatly scales.
Yeah, so it's not that we're limiting those things for fun. It's that otherwise, like it gets to the point where like if depending on how like big size it, like the increase in the size of the saves, we end up running into a point where each sale of the game could eventually cost us money for every additional player coming in and playing. So we have to be very conscious of those kinds of things. So potentially, but at the same time, it might be limited to a certain extent.
But it's something we can look into. I don't think transmog data is super huge compared to like inventory stuff, but I think there's probably some room there.
Yeah.
But I would not expect it to go from like 16 to like 64 or anything like that. It'd probably only be like 20, maybe 24 at max.
Yeah.
Just like a small increment, yeah.
The towers need hats. It's important. It's important. Yeah, that's true.
Hats for the towers, I like it.
That does seem like an emergency situation.
What kind of hat would you put on a tower though?
Yeah,
like a baseball cap or like a cowboy hat?
A fedora.
A fedora, of course.
It tips every time you shoot.
That sounds great, actually. I feel like that's really how you put your personality into the game, is what hat do you choose for your towers?
Any chance of being able to hotkey non-deck heroes? No. That's kind of the point.
That's the whole point of the deck.
So no, that's just like, that's a lot of potentially weird functionality you can run into. Did I finish my WoW set transmog for the rogue? I did actually. I made a Fisk on Twitter, asked if you could make the Bloodfang set for rogues. I got pretty close. I don't know if it's on the version. I don't know if it's on the version or not that we're gonna be playing on. So I might have that, but I also want to change it to completely. The rogue's got a lot of dark colors. I want to make them a little bit brighter on my transmog, but I won't spend time on the stream doing that most likely. Or maybe I will do this.
You probably will.
Yeah. The Frickenstein got the console stuff answered there. Thank you.
The giveaway hashtag is the rogue. Hashtag
Googly
the rogue.
eyes on the tower. Oh my gosh. The 13th. Yeah, googly eyes are good too. There you go.
Almost done. I see some stuff that's asking about timers with waves and sirens and goblins and different maps. I mean, you're just not going to really get an answer here. If you've been leaving the feedback in the appropriate places, we've probably got it tracked and are going to be addressing it. But like that stuff's like very nitty gritty, like specific stuff. So maybe, like if things are going too long, then for sure, like we'll look at improving them. You know, as long as the feedback's going in the right spot, then it should be going through our QA team and then getting added to our bug list to go through and take a look at and polish as needed. So that's the best route. Asking on stream for that kind of stuff is usually not going to end in the best kind of response, as it just won't really be a full answer.
What someone say they were talking about the swapping heroes in and out, but they said that might be better to allow non-deck heroes to have towers out then. Are you referring to fusion stuff? Because you can already have towers out from any hero. Fusion's just the one exception because it's a set bonus addition.
Phil, skip it. Skip. We got other stuff to show off.
Do we?
Never mind. Wait, that's good.
Nah. Demon Lord is more important.
Oh, also the lightning, the capacitors on this level will be getting fixed with episode 1 as well. I forgot who it was. Someone was streaming and they were showing that they're at 500 HP, I think, in multiplayer sessions. So we will be getting that fixed. I believe it already actually is with the episode 1 content.
We did it.
Yay,
Alright,
we did
what
it.
pet am I getting?
I got
a
really
robot.
good Chimera shot.
I actually don't know if I even have a robot. I got a godly chimera shot with good hero stat.
I'm just selling all my gear right now because I like what just dropped for me.
Militia. Where's my fork mask?
Oh, I got a paddle ball. How good is it?
Stuff.
It's not great. I got some decent stuff to drop though.
Yeah, I guess. Good stuff. Alright,
Okay, Chimera
let's
shot
go
was
back
actually solid.
to Tavern and
The Huntress
Nah, I just
switch
lost the
over.
game. It's time to switch over.
but you gotta go to Tavern
It's
to
time.
save. Alright, I guess you don't technically know, but
Let's see
the
here.
safe route.
Uh,
PD VR one day. I'm a big fan of VR, but it is definitely not a simple just port a game over to VR. Like VR games need to be built from the ground up, otherwise they're a disaster.
Fixes to the UI for the Xbox in episode 1. That's too vague,
Yeah, I was gonna
my
say
dude.
that's
You
very
gotta
generic.
give a little more info. Xbox people don't get to see this cutscene. That is getting fixed. So we updated our engine from UE 422 to 425, and with that brought over the ability to play cutscenes and videos properly. So within episode 1, the things that should be coming for Xbox is going to be those the cutscenes and the loading video, as well as the credits will be added to the main menu, and then the Legends tablet should be functional and added within the tavern as well. So all of those things should be coming as a result of us switching over. We just wanted to. The reason that they're not the cutscenes are on PC. They're actually technically in the Xbox version as well. They just don't play because of the build. But we'll have all those in with the release. For modding your DDA into VR, I don't know.
I would definitely not suggest modding
I would
your game at all?
I would keep that
No.
like local and never go online with it if you did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you are also very much risking the line of being flagged as a hacker by modifying
The
anything
episode
in your game.
for
I feel
survival. Hold on. What was that for survival and campaign? Yeah,
Episode 1 maps,
episode
yeah.
1 maps. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Oh my gosh, there's like a handful of features there that we've got to go over. Uh, shout and
My
drown them.
download is going kind of slow. 4 minutes. Only downloading it 8 megabytes a second. Edge.
Yeah,
Thank
mine's
you.
taking a second. I'm at 6 right now, so I'm about 25% through. Uh, is the multiplayer? Oh,
Multiplayer
multiplier.
scaling.
The Y is an I whenever you switch it to that. So I read multiplayer. The multiplayer multiplier for difficulty going to be downscaled at all. At the minimum, it's super hard to play with others when you don't have OP gear. I mean, we can look at some of that. But I believe it's just the HP gets scaled up.
Yeah, HP gets scaled quite a bit in 4-player co-op. I believe it was something that we were planning to look at when I talked with the designers. Or at least something to consider when we were doing episode 1 stuff. So I think it's on our radar already.
I mean, if you never go online with stuff that you mod, like there's no, I mean, like the whole point is once you interact with our servers online, that's how you get banned. I don't think we have anything that offline would trigger that.
Anti-hack is, well, anti-hack will flag you offline, and if you go online, it will detect that offline flag. So yeah, don't cheat in DDA. Not worth it.
Yeah, just don't do it. If you have to ask if it's cheating, it's probably cheating too. So
cheating in DD1 was a big issue, and so we kind of took a very hard stance on that when we implemented anti-hack.
Aviakio, any plan changes to monk standing and DSTs for the gemstone pet meta? Yeah. Like the idea of what we're adding in episode 1 should change the meta quite a bit with everything we're adding. Like it's not like people can still do that if they want to. There's not going to be anything stopping them from doing so, but there should be other ways to play the game besides that meta. But if people want to do it, like that's also fine.
Game has about 2 minutes left. Downloading quite slow.
Heartless, we're not doing, I mean, outside of like the skins that we've kind of released, like for the crystalline, the shadow, the gold, like those kinds of things. Those are the kinds of skins we're doing, but there's nothing that we're talking about just quite yet for episode 1. But there wouldn't be any kind of like complete hero remodel swap in and outs.
At that point, it's just like, why not make a
yes
new hero?
Stop asking. Ask a different question.
Yeah, we adjust that.
You want skins like in DD1, DD2? Well, unfortunately, we're focusing our content on other stuff. Those things in DD2 were monetized, and then in DD1 there was the way the development for that worked was a lot different. So we're focusing on getting out as much playable content as we can. Visual character skin content is like kind of cool, but it's just not as worthwhile, and it doesn't have like the same kind of return for what players get out of it. So maybe way down the road, but for now there's no like current plans for it.
Let's do the first 2 giveaways while we're waiting.
Ooh.
Rolling the first one.
It's gonna be
Caddy Castle.
Ooh. I think it's Katie Castle.
Katie Castle.
Katie's Castle.
Katie's Castle. Oh, there it is.
Castle. OMG. I will.
Is it cheating if you believe in the power of isekai?
I will message you your options. And then you can just let me know which.
Oh, Katai's Castle?
Copy that.
Supporter packs have hero skins.
On the second one.
Not really. Squire buffs, other underused towers. I mean, we're taking a look at stuff, but nothing specific. We're doing some like really big stuff. So like we're gonna be like playing it like kind of safe going into this. I have a face cam. Just my lighting in my office is really bad / not on
Wow.
at all.
Uh,
I'd like in the dark. It's poorly lit in here.
Our next winner is Bubba Christian.
Nice.
Congrats, regrets.
Oh, is my chat not loading? That's not true. I was outside walking Finn earlier today.
I need proof.
Nagiri, whoa.
This was before the stream. I made sure he got his nice little walk.
All right, I am. Oh no, it's asking cloud save.
Is Bubba here? Did we get them?
Okay, while you're doing that, let me know once you're up, and then I'll swap over.
Oh no, wife to.
Wife.
Ban her.
I actually need to make the character real quick. Gotta open my secret cheat menu.
Mushroom. We don't say Bubba on the East Coast. We say bubble tea. Nice. I still never had bubble tea. Ever. But I hear a lot about it. It looks cool. I've never tried it though.
Yeah, we still gotta fix some of these transmog sliders. They are not the right colors, but that's okay.
It's fine.
Oh, you're gonna think what I'm putting out there is gonna be fine. Let's see here.
I'm good to go on my end.
Okay, hold on. I'll join in a second. I'm trying to hit like just the right spot on this.
TG uses cheat engine confirmed. True.
Ooh. Secrets out.
Ooh. I love the assault VFX. Every time I see the VFX that V does, it just blows me away because they're just always so great. I think we lost Lotta.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I'm really in the zone on this transmog.
AutoZone. If anyone knows the CEO of AutoZone, tell them to get in contact with us.
Is that our next one? Oh my gosh.
That's the next one.
We could do like a car hero. Oh wait, no, we're gonna do the Nissan. Well, no,
the Nissan.
But we'll do a car mechanic as our next hero.
Ooh. Okay, that's great. That's great. What are their attacks and abilities?
They throw oil sludge, and they use a wrench as their melee weapon.
All right, I'm joining great. Phil. The stream's going over. I'm joining Phil.
This stream is not gonna go. Oh, I just crashed.
Oh no.
All right, so I'm going to describe what everything looks like to everybody, and like I think that'll be good. I think people would be happy with just that.
Just the verbal description of it.
We can try it. Let's try it one more time real quick. All right, try joining me.
Okay, I'll try now. My Steam Friends window went somewhere else.
Multiplayer might be broken.
Heartless, there won't be cosmetic stuff until episode 1, so not right now. No.
Did you crash or no?
Yeah, something's definitely crashing me.
Okay.
Or it's whenever you try to connect, it definitely crashes me.
Okay, how about you try joining me?
Sure.
Okay. We'll see. We tested this earlier, and this was more or less fine, but we've updated the build since then. Okay, just try joining me.
Yeah, I'm connecting.
Oh my gosh, my rogue is peak rogue.
Are you on?
Oh yeah, sorry. My gosh, my rogue is not. It's like he's kind of like
you're gonna crash.
rotten watermelon right now. Yeah, there it goes.
All right, looks like we're not doing co-op today. So you'll just
Yeah,
have
no
to
co-op.
you'll just have to watch my stream and
That's fine.
talk
That's fine.
about
Dude.
what I'm doing. Again, here I'll share my screen in Discord so that way you can have a
Oh, like live.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, like 4 seconds have passed. Rogue is not on the Switch build currently. So we're working on getting our submission going still to Nintendo. The hope is just this is a bean while we're waiting. The goal is to have that submitted for our first round by the end of today. So but then it's like a lengthy process from there.
Yeah. All right. Let me know when
Uh,
you're watching my.
I'm watching. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Oh,
So
you don't have a transmog on. That's fine.
I
Yeah,
don't-
Deadblade,
I was
correct.
gonna just show the
That's-
original.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine. All right.
All right. And the reveal.
Swap it over.
Ooh.
Where is internal?
That
right.
build up.
So this is the rogue.
So earlier today, the rogue's sword was actually the size of his dagger, and it was half that size. So we had to fix that. But yeah, so this is our. Can you move or disable like?
Oh
This is
yeah.
gonna sound-
Let me hide the new map stuff. And do you want me to hide? Oh, let me.
Unless you can just move, Brittany. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, move me.
we've got some sweet icons on there as well. We've got a couple temp ones on there still. But we got some pretty good ones on there as well.
I'm gonna just cover the top left because that has no
There we
relevant
go.
info.
So yeah. So this is the rogue. With his icons, as you can see. As we kind of pointed out in the post, he's a bit like, we wanted to do a pure DPS hero, to have at least one within our 7 heroes. And so we really wanted to kind of like look at some of the things that made DPS heroes fun in the past, as well as, having more of a DDA/DD1 feel to them. And so, we played around with the idea of like throwing down traps and whatnot, but there's all kinds of like placement stuff that kind of takes you out of combat. And so we went with the idea of devices. So the way that devices work, for those of you that haven't seen our forum post, is using certain abilities marks targets. And when a target is marked, they will. I don't know which VFX we actually have. If we have
like all of them.
We don't have the new VFX for the marks up yet. But
okay.
whenever you use an ability that marks a target, it will have an icon above its head. And then you can activate one of 3 devices. The way the devices work is they are based off of your defensive stats. So their cooldown, their damage, and the longevity of them is based on various defensive stats, which we're not going to get into the numbers here on stream. So the first ability that you can use is Swift Assault. And so Swift Assault moves your character forward. I forgot what the distance is, but that's fine. Pretty far.
Yeah, it's like a good distance. It doesn't scale.
Yeah, it can be used in the air as well to help you cover gaps.
So speedy.
And based on your stats, the range and damage, just like other abilities, well, I guess not range, but the range of it also increases as you get more stats into it. So you can use it on the ground, and it should hit enemies that are above you in the air. And what it does is it will hit every enemy that's within range, but it will mark the 8 closest enemies. We didn't want devices to just like, depending on the size of how many enemies you hit, activating them all at once with the amount of VFX that plays could be crazy. So one was a performance concern, but also we wanted devices to feel very impactful, and we wanted these abilities to be very strong against special enemies as well. So something we covered in the post. So the first is, so you did
I've been doing
you
assault.
did Swift Assault. Yeah. The second is Disengage. So Swift Assault gets you in close. It allows you to jump in, use a device, and then you can immediately use Disengage to get out, which will also mark up to 8 targets. It will damage whatever's in range, but it will mark up to 8 targets. And then you can use another device. There's a lot of different ways to kind of play this hero. One is the get in, use a device, disengage, use a device, and then also take him down from afar. So the first device is the Arcane device. It snares enemies, and then any attack that's made against that enemy will have additional lightning damage applied to it, as you can see with what Phil's showing. And I think, Phil, you've got no gear on right now, right?
Yeah, I've got no gear. I have like 20 in every stat just for the display purposes, but yeah, no
Sure.
gear.
So these numbers are not by any means, like, I think we actually just greatly increased the strength of all these things just from our own testing. So the activation of these devices should feel very strong for their intended purpose.
Yeah, their cooldowns will scale with their ability power, and like
Yeah.
devices, their cooldown will be scaled by defense rate, and then the normal abilities will be scaled by ability power.
Yep. So that's the Arcane device. So when you use it, you'll see a go ahead and use it. You'll see this VFX playing that shows also around their feet that they are snared and cannot be moved. This does not work on bosses. The additional lightning damage will, but you cannot snare bosses. And then the next device is the Noxious device. So this is it puts a damage over time effect on enemies, as well as slowing them down. So
And
again,
this is
as
kind of
you,
a longer effect.
yes, this one scales pretty long. The more stats that you put into it, and it's just another like form of CC for enemies to help slow them down as you're also blowing them up. And then similar to that is the Napalm device, which also puts a dot on enemies. However, that dot is shorter and deals a lot more damage. And then enemies also take increased damage, I
So
believe,
you'll
from all
see-
sources.
You'll see right now I'm doing like 98, but then when I activate this, it increases the damage, and this will be damage increased for all sources too. So like your defenses will do more damage, other players will do more damage. The duration, keep in mind the duration for the devices are all scaled based off defense stats too. So like right now they seem kind of short, but they get increased as you get more. I believe it's defense. One of the maybe defense. I can't remember which stat it is off the top of my head.
It's fine. You don't need to worry about it. Anyways, so the whole point is, like, with a lot of these, you're able to either help stop a lane if something's starting to get a little overrun. You can use ways to enhance the damage of your defenses without actually affecting the defenses, and instead putting the debuffs on enemies. This stuff also works, like, there's a lot of combinations you can do with items and pets specifically. So people might be thinking of some obsidian pet kind of builds with this. There's a ton of stuff that he brings in with how you use the abilities. There's a lot of different tricks with these things, and it starts kind of blending into how his next two abilities work. So his number 4 is stealth. So you go into stealth, and Phil will show you here in a second. There we go. So he activates his stealth, and this is kind of what I was talking about when it came to asking about shadow skins for this character. Stealth has a duration that's also based on I think it's boost, and it can last pretty long. The only way to break stealth is either by having the timer go down, or by using swift assault, disengage, or carnage. Your auto attacks, both melee and ranged, while in stealth, apply marks to enemies that you hit, again up to 8. So you can enter stealth, apply marks to the enemies that you want to have marked. You can then activate one of your devices, immediately mark another 8 enemies, activate a device. It's a way to just quickly activate devices, either up close where enemies aren't going to be targeting you because you're stealth, or from far away in a safe distance. But from stealth, when you use your abilities, they also change what they do. So once Phil stops burning all his cooldowns here, we can actually show what those are. And the first one that we'll do is going to be stealth with swift assault.
Okay.
So when you go into stealth and then you activate swift assault, what it does is it throws a dagger, a single dagger that's empowered quite a bit on its damage, and marks the target for you. The idea is that this is kind of a safe way to deal a lot of damage to a single target and then activate a device. We wanted to make sure that it had a little bit different gameplay than the swift assault. That allowed you to, for instance, mark a boss, deal more damage. Again, if you kind of saw the amount of damage it dealt there compared to what Phil's base damage is, that just
And it also
scales to some pretty crazy numbers.
you also have to keep in mind it scales off weapon damage quite a bit. So
Yes. So, and he's using no weapons right now. So that's one of the things you can start to see all the different functionality within this hero and ways that you could trigger, using assault or disengage to mark a target, applying a napalm device, going into stealth, and then using going into stealth and using swift assault to apply a ton of damage. Now the next is using going into stealth and then using disengage. So it does the same thing where it still marks targets and it still throws you backwards. But what you won't see on target dummies is it also pins enemies to the ground as well. So it's another way to tie it into device usage, because when you use devices from stealth, it does not break stealth. So you can use it as a way to, for instance, hey, this lane is starting to get a little rowdy. I want to either slow it with the noxious device, or I want to pin them all with the arcane device. You can do that, and then also disengage out of stealth on them to hold them in place a lot longer. So there's a lot of utility that comes in with a lot of this damage as well. And then we haven't even used this ability yet, but it does the same thing out of stealth, except its range is greatly increased. Is Carnage. So with a lot of heroes, we have at least on the base 4, they have a way to augment the damage that they deal, and so Carnage is kind of a similar call to that. You have an ability to enter kind of a focused state to deal a lot of damage with with blood rage, or sorry, blood boil, with elvish agility, with overcharge, and with hero boost. And so what we wanted to do here was kind of the same thing. Like it's a mana drain that deals a ton of damage, and so using it out of stealth is going to give a great. I don't even remember how high I was hitting with mine. It was millions and millions of damage. It was pretty insane. And so the range also gets increased out of stealth. So one of the things you can do, again, is doing things like using an obsidian pet, using napalm device to increase the damage that a target takes, breaking out of stealth by using Carnage, which you'll be able to be hit by enemies, so it won't be as safe as using something like assault or swift assault. But it'll deal a ton of AoE damage and just melt lanes.
And,
So there's
something to keep in mind is you can actually stack devices with other players. So if you get like your friends and you all do like napalm, they'll all stack together to deal more damage. So you can kind of combo with other rogues in the game if you're playing with friends that are also playing rogue.
Oh yeah, you can do some crazy like nuke builds, ways to just like
Carnage,
wipe out.
where it has increased range.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty far.
So there's a crazy amount to this hero where we wanted the abilities to really feel somewhat like defenses. So like one of the things that we removed from DDA that DD1 had was the ability to trigger Huntress traps. And so when we were playing around with prototyping and kind of looking at this hero, that was one of the things we thought about was, he's from an ancient elvish society, maybe related to the Huntress, who knows? But there should be some kind of overlaps. And so with hers, it's traps that sit and wait for enemies to, trigger them. For the rogue, it's a more active play style. You mark the enemies, you can combo certain things onto specific enemies, and you choose when they activate. And let's see here. Is this still? No, that's actually fixed. I was going to say we actually had some fun bugs that I wanted to show off, but yeah. So there's a ton with this hero that like we can't wait to see how people break a lot of boss fights and just start melting things for us to look at. But for our first DPS here, we want to make sure that he is incredibly strong and has a lot of utility outside of just left clicking and right clicking. And so with a lot of his movement, it's a lot of fun. I really wish we had co-op going right now for this, but like on Deeper Well, for instance, you can use like from corner to corner of the map. You can walk off a ledge, use his double jump, use his swift assault, and use his disengage to get across the map in an insanely fast amount of time. Also one of the things about this hero is the amount of control you have in the air when you jump. I don't know if anyone's kind of caught on to that yet. Phil has a VFX bug on him right now that we've actually got fixed. But yeah, where the stealth shadow stays on you. There we go. That's at least one of them we got to show live.
You can like really control your air movement and kind of like go forward and then decide to go back, and then you can disengage midair. You can kind of do a whole bunch of like kind of parkour-y stuff.
Oh yeah, go to the inventory, Phil. The weapon that he holds in his main hand is a little off right now. But yeah, he's a little bit of an edgelord, but he looks kind of badass, maybe.
Cape.
Oh, and you know what?
He looks badass.
Yeah, Brit's in like she's not really in the way. No, not at all. Actually, it perfectly clips. There we go. But yeah, he's juice bags. He's the best looking character model in the game yet. Is what I'll say to that one. Anyways, he's definitely one of the favorites. Though the Warden's pretty good. So yeah. Also, we don't have the sound effects in just yet. But just because Mason called him my boy, Mason is actually he did the voiceover for this character. It's cool. Pitched quite a bit, but all the screams and grunts and stuff, that's Mason. But yeah, the other thing, and I don't know if anyone's asked this because I've been paying attention to chat because I have to literally bounce between 3 screens right now.
Yeah. Get more monitors.
So I do have 3, but it's just my head can only look in so many directions. So the left click is the melee attack. Yeah. You just go up and hit something with melee attack. Anything. Just go to any mob.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. And then back up. And the right click is the ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can now class. Is there anything you're noticing about his ranged attack that's different than anything you've seen with any character that would be the Huntress or Eevee? Look at that. No ammo. Correct. No ammo. So the rogue, his ranged attacks, it's left-handed. You know what? That's actually fair. He is left-handed with his ranged attacks. That's actually the big feature. 10 out of 10. So yeah. So the rogue's ranged attacks don't use any kind of ammo or reloading, and that feels really good. And so like we're going a little bit over, and so I feel like there's an extra bean that we should share here, and it's got a little bit of a dev look to it currently, but screw it, who cares? We're gonna show it anyways.
Wow.
So one of the things, Phil, could you swap to the Huntress real quick?
Sure. Oh man.
So one of the things by playing this character is actually, does her ammo work? On. Is it actually still there? Like left click to see if your ammo goes down.
It does not. No.
Okay, perfect.
Infinite ammo is everywhere.
So ammo is like something that, after we've looked at it and messed around with it a lot, it's something that really, really, that's just a dev thing. We can add like hundreds of levels, so don't worry about that.
It's whenever I cheat an XP, it just goes overboard.
Yeah. So ammo is just not fun for any new players. Like later on, you have so much ammo that it like you might not reload a single time ever. And so we said, you know what? That's not fun. Like
Plus
the
the
monk,
reload times are just like so
Oh, they
short.
get-
They're like 0.2 seconds. Like why even
Yeah.
bother?
so early on, it's just not fun to play with ranged here. What specifically with the Huntress or EV using any kind of bow or gun. So he said, you know what? That can go kick rocks. We're gonna get rid of ammo, and we're gonna get rid of reload speed. Like those aren't fun. Like those are mechanics that hurt newer players, like players starting out early on. Like later on, they become negligible. Like a lot of our progression in the game is about dealing the big numbers, doing the big dips. So we're gonna change this up. And so what we've added for the Huntress, we can't just her reload was a right click. We're not gonna just have her do that. So we added in something else, and it's a lot more fun that we've kind of been playing with. So
You ready?
so Phil can go ahead and show off the right click. And so you'll notice it's got a sphere to it. That's a debug command for how we develop things. She shoots it's similar to
The grenade launcher.
yes, but from DD2, her concussive shot.
Yeah.
It's similar to that. It's got an arc to it, and it does a big explosion that deals a lot of damage to enemies that it hits. But the Huntress is kind of, and it also I think has some pretty severe knockback as well for smaller enemies. But it's not a net. That's a debug. Like I said, that's a debug visual that just shows us the area of effect.
So that's
when we're
how
testing
big
stuff out.
radius you get.
Yeah. So it's a
inside
spherical
scoop.
radius. And so it has another functionality as well. So when you're running, if you want to get across maps, we're testing this out and thought it was fun, so we added it in. It's got a rocket jump to it basically. If you've ever played something like Quake or even Unreal Tournament, when you shoot her grenade underneath you as you're jumping, it works whenever you're hitting enemies, it'll actually launch you further along, so you can actually use it as a way to traverse maps or traverse areas a little bit easier.
That looks fun. Like
It,
just shooting all over the map.
yeah, it also, but it doesn't just work
Make-
on the ground. If you look at the ceiling and shoot,
May go to like Summit.
hold on, don't go to any map yet. Go also.
I already changed. I'll go back.
Oh, dang it.
What do you want
You
me
can
to?
hit yourself on the ceiling and it'll knock you down faster as well. It's not super important to show. But
You can
yeah,
get some, you can get some good air with it.
Oh yeah. So
Right.
so it was one of the things, like after testing it with the Rogue with how ammo worked, we just decided, hey, reloading an ammo, that punishes new players. It doesn't even matter at the end. If something doesn't matter, let's get rid of it. Like that's kind of the mantra of episode 1 is like, if it's not fun and it doesn't matter, then it doesn't need to exist. So this is kind of a bean spill for like this specific one. It's kind of a bean spill for stuff we're going to be showing off later. But yeah, so with the Huntress, and also by extension, EV doesn't have a reload mechanic anymore either. So when it comes to playing the Huntress within episode 1, thanks to the Rogue, we found a better way to add in some much nicer functionality.
It does not reset your jump counter.
No, it does not. But it essentially gives you triple jumps if you count it as a jump. It does not AoE knock back other heroes. No, it's only based off the hero using. Otherwise, you'd just be able to grief your friends nonstop.
Does it apply to Eevee?
Yeah. So
Eevee uses Huntress weapons.
Yeah.
So Eevee can take advantage of this as well.
Man, people are just so focused on like the current metas. They're like, hey, these heroes will never be used in the meta. They would not be used in the current meta, but there's a lot of stuff coming. You guys gotta. I wouldn't be so Debbie Downer about it. There's a ton of stuff we've got coming out. You guys have just seen the heroes, the enemy, and the maps. There's features like it's. Oof, I'm not getting into that right now. I'm not getting baited into that. That's bait. But yeah. We'll show off more of that stuff later. But for now, I think we got all of our bases covered, and then a little bit more when it comes to the Huntress and some of the stuff that's coming with even just some item changes there. So yeah, we'll have a streamlined version of this video up on YouTube next week as well to be referenced. And then this week, like showing a new hero like this much, this is like in some of those beans, I would put this at like a 9.8, closer to a 10. Next week is what people are asking for with some of these beans. I don't know, 8. It's pretty high.
Next week's pretty high too. If we get in what we want to show.
Yeah, there's some changes that we're actually looking at with like even grenade launchers and stuff like that in regards to what we're doing. So we might look into changing up some of the other items as well, just based on some of the stuff that we've set out. Actually, one real quick thing. So we've actually changed some of our animations around. Go to EV. This stream's really going over, but that's fine. And then like I think EV would be good. So we actually changed EV's run animation as well. Give yourself agility. I think you're at base.
No, I think I'm actually no, I'm at 2500 agility.
Oh, okay, then it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like she was moving faster on something. So we kind of changed her running animation as well. She's in the live game, she's a little heavier when she runs.
Stomping.
So we kind of having her hold her cannon now when she runs, kind of like she's Mega Man. She's got a little bit more bounce in her run as well.
Oh yeah, see, like the Eevee has it too.
Yeah, she's less stompy, less angry to go kill enemies that are coming her way. I think we did something. Oh, the Warden is also different as well compared to our reveal. I'm pretty sure. So we've changed how she runs.
I don't think I have agility.
So yeah, so now she runs. She's a little bit loftier, but yeah, you don't have any of that in there. That should be enough. So she runs a little bit lighter. She holds her pole arm different. Even her attack animation is different. To where she uses like both of her arms for her swings and stuff. So yeah, we're going through and we're doing a lot of polish pass on a lot of stuff visually, but also mechanically. There's a lot of stuff that's coming in. So yeah, I think
love her two-handed swing. She's just like, here I am.
So yeah, so that's I think pretty much it for this stream. We are a little over.
We always go over.
Man, what I'm trying to figure out what difficulty I'm in right now. Insane. How much is my
What's up, Future?
I don't even know what my stats are right now. Oh, but that's 30. Okay, I got to fill the time for 30 seconds.
Let's do a giveaway.
Carnage again. There we go. Perfect.
Ooh, yeah.
Trademark. Didn't even
trademark is
as
me.
one.
Trademark is me. Ooh.
Probably should have gave some time to enter the code, but it's rigged, so
yeah, that's fair. I just want to see what my carnage damage is against this fusion dummy on Massacre real quick. My gear is like a little turbo stacked right now, but it's fine. Each tick, oh my gosh, it's 9 million a tick every half a second. So that's kind of strong. That might be a little strong. That's fusion against a rifted enemy, but still. So that's a lot of stats, but I think that's where
the rogue
maybe be able to reach it. Go ahead.
Are you comparing your like rogue stats or something?
Just how much my carnage damage was on a fusion enemy. It was about 18 million DPS just from it, without any other modifiers or anything, obsidian pets or napalm damage and stuff.
When I was testing my rogue with like my current live gear, I could do like essentially the equivalent of a Huntress sustain, or like the same DPS as like a Huntress with my current gear, including her boost. And then that's not like even doing any like abilities or buffs or anything like that.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with him.
So it's gonna be at least as powerful as Huntress boosting at all times, essentially. Yeah, and then it scales more.
Carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and again, there's a lot of ways to really play with all of these stats. So we wanted to make sure that our DPS hero felt really good, damage-wise, had a lot of utility. His devices packed as much oomph as a tower, while also being able to focus on the more active gameplay side. So yeah, but otherwise we're about 15 minutes over. So I think that about covers it for this week.
Yeah. Got a lot of beans.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week for some even more beans. Don't know specifically what we're going to show off, but make sure you're there to see what new stuff we've got. Probably, I think we're going to start getting into now some of the feature stuff. We've gone through pretty much the content additions when it comes to heroes and like new defenses and enemies and stuff like that. Now we're going to start getting into the system changes, which there's a lot. So,
oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh.
Very exciting.
Get the fin cam back. All right.
Okay, good. That is important to do.
Anything else you guys want to mention before we wrap up the stream? Let me see. Is anyone streaming before?
Swap to the rogue and use the assault. I love the swift assault VFX, like the red after image that's behind it. Our VFX artist, like, he is turbo talented. He worked super hard to get that in for this stream. And the dagger spins, like, everyone just needs to send hugs to our VFX artist, who's he goes by V, which is very on point for a VFX artist name. But he did a tremendous job working really hard to make sure this stuff was in for the stream. So it deserves its own special spotlight. Same thing with using Carnage. We're going to be potentially adding a couple more things to this stuff, but just as a base, like, these things just look so good. They're so fun to use. So the whole team has like really put a lot into this update, and it's just, it's so good.
So we're gonna go raid someone who helped us in live game earlier. Goes by the name Glass Cola.
I believe it's Glass Scola.
Ooh.
She's probably doing
definitely
some
emphasis on
stuff.
On the Scola.
All right. And we'll be back again next week for more beans. Till then, we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.